What's up, guys? Quick, this is going to be about a 10-minute video probably because I have to talk a lot. I know please just I'll try to talk slow and clear. I know I don't speak that well, but if you would listen, I would appreciate it. So I have a hard time believing, people that are calling for boogaloos and they call themselves patriots, and calling yourself a patriot is like calling yourself a hero. You can't do it. Your actions dictate if that's what you are or not. So, about a few months ago, I seen an accident happen, and long story short, nobody stopped. I mean, it was a bad wreck too. It was on the interstate. The guy wrecked. He wiped out going over 100 miles an hour, and I grabbed stopped the car, grabbed my med kit, jumped out of the car. I about got ran over, but nobody stopped. Everybody just kept on going like nothing had happened. Luckily, the guy was fine. Last week, I watched a semi run over a Camaro on the interstate. Me and my sons did. Same thing. I park on the median just because I was in the fast lane. I grab my med bag. I jump out, and cars are trying to like weasel their way through this accident to get by. I finally get 2 cars stopped and tell them don't move, block traffic. So they stopped and blocked traffic. We got the semi to back up in the slow lane to block, as a barrier for us that was trying to get these people out of the car, which I finally got them out of the car. And during that accident, there was a bunch of cars immediately because it was like in a rush hour time, which I know rush hour is a little different now, but there was still a lot of cars. 2 females jumped out to help, and the one had scrubs on, so I'm sure she was a nurse of some type. Nobody jumped out to help. Nobody, I see it all the time. A few nights ago, at my wife's work, there was a fire. And again, nobody jumped in to help. I had to, when something like that happens, I don't know why, but I jump in. Like there's a problem, let's solve the problem. So anyway, I grab a guy, tell him to hold the door to his room for me. I go in, the whole back wall, the room was on fire. The whole building was filled with smoke, the whole first floor. People were running out everywhere, but nobody stopped to help. Everybody was worried about themselves getting out. Now, there was people upstairs sleeping on the 2nd and 3rd floor, and it was a stick-built building. It took the fire department 12 minutes to get there. So that was when 911 was called. So that 911 was called when I entered the room. Nobody called 911 before that. So that place, there was a high likelihood that fire would have been cooking by the time they got there. Especially by the time they got there, got out of their trucks, got finished getting dressed, ate a sandwich or whatever it is they do, and then got to firefighting. But nobody jumped in to help. So a couple nights ago, a night or 2 after that, I'm sleeping, and in my sleep I hear something, but Christy wakes me up. She's like, "Nick, I just heard a gunshot." So I told her and the kids to get down on the floor. I jump up and throw my pants on real quick, grab my sandals, throw them on. I grab my anti-evil people tool, and I run out in the hallway, and there's a guy standing there holding his chest bleeding, yelling at his old lady, saying, "You shot me, bitch." So I told Chrissy to call 911. I grab a towel. I run out in the hallway. I told him to get on the ground, and he kind of don't want to get on the ground, so I kind of forced him to the ground. He's a big dude too. He's way bigger than I was. It was like tackling his big ass. I get him on the ground, and I start telling him that I'm going to help you. He's worried about dying. Please, man, don't let me die. And so I get him on the ground and just tell him, like, you can help yourself more than I can help you, man. You've got to calm down and get your heart rate down, because he was shot. I thought it was probably it got an artery or hit his heart, which I know now it missed his heart by a centimeter, but I didn't really get to talk to anybody about what it actually hit, why it was leaking so bad. It had to be some type of an artery shot. But anyway, it entered his chest, exited his back, it deflected off the bone, and it exited way up high on his back. So now Christy comes out with my med kit, and now I need to get more medical treatment because I was under a lot of stress and I was questioning what I was doing. So I need to go get more medical training. I said treatment, I meant training. But I did the right thing. I didn't bother to put chest seals on him because it wasn't a sucking wound. It didn't appear to be a sucking wound anyway, and it wasn't, luckily. but the guy lived. And when you're looking at somebody that you don't know if they're going to live or die, and you're promising them that they're going to live, and you think that you're lying, that's a shitty feeling. And that's what happened to me, because I thought he was going to die. That's how bad. I mean, he was bleeding bad. He was bleeding bad. And everybody, everybody heard what happened. There was probably, I don't know, in the video, I seen a cell phone video of it, and you see me and Christy, cutting this guy's shirt off and treating him the best that we can with what we got. And everybody else is just standing there videotaping. Nobody volunteered to jump in and help. And, I'm just of the opinion, the more help there is, many hands make light work. That's true even when you're just helping people. But nobody's willing to help, is my point, even in emergency situations. And if you're unwilling to help somebody else, when they're in dire need of your help, whether they're bleeding or whatever, I was covered in blood, and somebody was freaking out about that. Like, if I have to catch something in order to save that dude's life, it's worth it to me. I'm not worried about gloves in that situation. I had them. By the time I got them in my med pack, I was already covered, so it didn't matter. I wasn't going to bother stop doing what I was doing to put gloves on. So if you want to, it's time that everybody starts helping other people. You see somebody in trouble, you help them. You involve yourself in that situation somehow or another. I don't give a shit what the situation is. If they need help, you help them. And like I said, that goes for, I don't care what the situation is. There's times when there's bad clowns that are doing stupid shit to people, and the people need help. Inject yourself in that situation and help. You either are or you aren't. If you're one of these people that call yourself a patriot, but you're unwilling to help the fellow individuals in your community, I'm sorry, that's not what you are. And I know what a patriot is, but the people are a part of this country. So to be devoted to the country, you had to be devoted to the people.